Hi, Cara. Cara, trying to describe you is a challenge. It's like I have all these big ideas, from singing to hugging to nursing to literature to cooking to giggling, and I just want to cram them all into a tiny, cute package. So, I decided to go straight to a knowledgeable source, the Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary, copyright 2001. I cited it in APA format if you want to see it later. But I seem to have forgotten my dictionary. Does anyone have one with them?
I do.
So can you look up Cara for me?
Yeah, can you spell that?
C-A-R.
All right, I got it.
Okay. Cara, from the Latin ah.
I think it's pronounced aww.
Let's see. Definition 1. That feeling in your belly that you get after you've eaten a fresh batch of warm, buttery, gooey chocolate chip cookies.
Definition 2. The hugger, of or relating to hugs, being hugged, specifically by a small giggling child.
Oh, wait, look, it has one more. C. Vermin. Thanks, So I can understand where the dictionary's first definition comes from. You see, since I've been a freshman, Cara has been Sheer Appeal's resident baker. Kitchens all over the world have been filled with the warm smell of her freshly baked goods. From Miller Hall to Bromfield Road, New Brunswick, New Jersey to Medford, Mass, and even over in Israel. Her most important characteristic as a baker is not her sense of neatness, nor her deft straddling of the fine line between perfectly gooey and undercooked, but rather her generosity. Cara is the kind of person who will spend any amount of flour or time to make someone's day sweeter. I once called her out of bed at 1 a.m. on a Monday night for a surprise guerrilla birthday attack mission, which involved the dank kitchen of Hodgson Hall, floor 3A, fresh brownies layered with vanilla frosting and rainbow M&Ms, hiding in someone's bike in a bush somewhere, and almost breaking the doorbell of the Bite. Like most of the stories I have about Cara, I don't really remember why exactly we were doing what we did, or why we decided that would be the best way to go about it. I just remember laughing so hard to do anything but laugh more. And despite our firm dedication to eating, Sheer Appeal is a singing group. I'm lucky to say that I've had a lot of one-on-one soprano time with Cara. Freshman year, soprano parts were long and full of notes, and I don't know what I would have done without you beside me to navigate through the peaks and valleys of Milkamuki Ilu, Veaz Tavoe, or Yemenite Medley. And who could forget the beginning of Ve'ahavta? Thank you, Jeff. You always worked so hard, dedicating yourself to understanding every part, inside and out, and even when I'd get frustrated and give up, your smile would remind me that singing was fun, especially when it was above a high sharp. I remember one day when we were working through The Only One, and I thought to myself, wow, this part feels kind of like we're casting magical spells. Then I realized I'd said it out loud. Then you looked at me and excitedly added, yeah, like we're fairies or something. So back in the group, we raised our wands in unison, singing, "Chitterling, chitterling, chitterling," and cast spells at the stinky basses. So I think to best describe how I feel around you, it's comfortable. Like I can say anything. I can blab on about my terrible day, or some poem I just read, or what melody line has been stuck in my head for 3 weeks, and you'll be listening because you care, and you're ready at the end with one of your awesome hugs. I remember this phase where for some reason we developed secret nicknames, or we decided that every time we heard a sus in any song, we'd wait for it to resolve, and then look over the stack to make our secret sign. I feel like around you, my true goofiness takes over, and I can just be myself. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. You do this with everyone. You help them to relax, whether you're showing them a musical scale or taking their temperature. And as a future nurse practitioner, I'm sure you will not only draw blood, but the best out of every person. You're a great listener, a compassionate helper, and a wonderful friend. And Cara, as a group, we are so lucky to have your voice on our side. I just have to tell you that hearing you sing Anish Shalach is like nothing I've ever experienced. I swear that I can still remember as little freshman short attention span Cynthia, hearing your voice soar into the rafters of Goddard during my own show. Even though it's a solo, I always feel like you're singing with the group, urging us on. And then you put on your saucy Shakira attitude and bosom sarfati, and I can tell you, I now know that I cannot buy your love with flowers and French perfume. Even this year, I get to watch you sing the sad, sad tale of Shimon Chashahen, which, as you once explained to an auditorium full of children, is about a neighbor named Simon who died. I feel like the more solos you get, the more different sides of Cara we get to see. It's a win-win situation. But Cara, I must remind you that you've raised one of the biggest questions that Sheer Appeal has ever faced. And I think you know that question. Where's Cara? Where's Cara? I've heard this question from the very first night I was in the group, so like 2.5 hours ago. The answers show a remarkable amount of variability. Running late because she's making cookies, saving someone's life through Thames, writing poetry, studying for an anatomy exam, meeting with her volunteer mentoring group off campus, learning Hebrew, applying to nursing schools, getting into nursing schools. There's no end in sight. And now you are leaving us to get lost in bigger and brighter places. We won't even have the slightest idea of where you are. However, I'm certain that we will continue to ask this question for Sheer Appeal generations to come, adding on just a little more. Like, where's Cara? Why isn't she here? We miss her. To finish, Cara, I just have to say that I thank you for being you and for making Sheer Appeal what it is tonight. I can't imagine what the group would be like without your hugs, your cookies, your smile, or your constant reminder of how fun this all is. When we open up our future music, poetry, hugging medical clinic together, you can be head nurse practitioner as long as I could be the head of poetry. I love you so much. Congratulations.